We'll take an inhale to come up and an exhale to go down. And with your hands onto the floor, you're welcome to do a vinyasa with me, or if you need to meet me in down dog, you can. We're gonna bend the elbows and then take an inhale up. Now look over the right shoulder, breathe in, and look over the left shoulder. Breathe in, and then add your down dog. You can press the heels towards the floor and just wake up the calves. Keep pushing the hands flat into the floor. Keep pressing the heels towards the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let the shins come down to the mat, and we're going to take a cat-cow here. So your hands are underneath the shoulders, your knees are underneath the hips. You're waking up the spine, flexion and extension. And if you would like to add on, you can take this into a down dog, lift your heels and go through your spine, up dog, and then tuck the chin, down dog, and then lift, up dog, and tuck, down dog, lift. And let's do one more, up, and then a brief child's pose where you pat your elbow, you bend your elbows, pat yourself on the back. Come down into a belly position on the floor. Sphinx pose. And then as you're ready, press up, a cobra, swan, hold, breathing in through your nose. Breathe in. Lower down, and then hands beside your hips. Shalabhasana, lift up everything, your toes, your back, and breathe. Good, 3, 2. And then relax for a moment. Hands interlace if your shoulders will allow. If not, just leave them beside your pelvis. Breathe in, come up, and breathe. Staying up. And relax. Now, we're going to bend one knee, bend the other. Hold on. If you cannot take two hands with the ankles, just do one. We'll do 2 times through. And bow pose. 10, 2, 5. Relax for a moment. We're going to do that again. Or if you need the other foot, take that here. Go up. 10. And then lower, child pose. You can curl your toes under on this run so you get a foot stretch for those balance muscles. And then come up to your shins, and we'll take the hands at the lumbar. Elbows squeeze together, lift your heart. Ustrasana. Either stay here or take one arm back and hold for 3, and then do the other side for 3. Or those of you that want to put both hands back, you can hold here. 6, 5, 4. If you're doing the one arm variation, you can switch sides. Yep, breathe. There you go. 2, good. Now inhale, arm forward, child pose, rest. And then curl those toes, press the heels back, down dog. Bend one knee and bend the other. Bend one knee and bend the other. Bend one knee and bend the other, and then push both heels down, lift both heels, push both heels down, lift, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then walk up, hands, and then go into an extension. Lift your heart. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment. We'll grab a sip and meet back here. Good job. Meet back here. Right foot crosses over. Breathe in, half moon. So it's like you're lifting before you lean. Over. Good. I like it. All the little pulls or the ways that you can increase your stretch. Open. Come up. We're going to go over. And it's like you're stretching through your hands even. You're pressing through your feet or rotating. Rotating. Oh, that looks great. Breathe in. And then lift up. You can clasp your fingers at the top and go into a slight extension here. Lift and pull and reach. Inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to take those feet wider, like about wrist level, or about wrist. Take an inhale. Now we're heading down. You may have to soften the knees. Once you're down, your hands or your knuckles are down. Try gently bending one knee. Gently bending one knee. And I want you to work at your own pace. Some of you might want to go lower. Some of you might need to stay high. Think about just getting the Vinyasa in, getting those movements in that you feel wake up your joints, your synovial fluid, your muscles, and still breathe in your nose and out your nose. If you can stay on one side here, do. Some of you might be at 90 degrees. You might be all the way down. Good. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to take the other side and going to go to a wrap if you'd like. Good. Wherever you need to be, listen to your body. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Breathe it in. And then if you can, go right down the middle. So this is Malasana. Now you could also take a higher version if you need to. You could also take a happy baby if you need to. Another choice is to put your hands together and do a prayer pose. So do what you need. A block is one more way to modify by sitting on a block. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now on the exhale, come back up. So see if you can stand all the way up. Let your blood pressure adjust, and if you'd like some water or whatever you're drinking, take it here. Good job. Okay, so we're going to take a Samastitihi, hands at the heart. Open up like 5-pointed star. We're adding on to that original pose. Exhale down, and it's okay to soften the knees here. Your hands go to the floor. Walk your hands forward like you did with down dog, and your feet are going to stay wide. If you toe in a little bit, you'll open up that SI joint as well. So it's hammock pose. Press through the knees if you can. Press the heels towards the floor if you can. Widen the hands. Feel your shoulders stretch. 5. Now you can either stay here or lift your heels, articulate through your back and go into up dog. Tuck your chin articulate through your spine. 2 more of those. Up, optional. Breathe in. Tuck back into that hammock. Up dog. Good, beautiful. Down dog. And then walk your hands more underneath your face and let your right arm stay down and open up your left arm. So a windmill. Breathe in. Let your other hand come down. So left hand down, right arm up. And then come back down. Let your hands rest on the floor if they will, and gently pull on the floor to get yourself a deeper stretch. Walk to the right leg while it's long. Hold on that right leg. And then go to the other. And then come back, hands to the ankles. Interlace the fingers at the low back if you can, and open up the shoulders. 5. And then push up. Now you may need to be slower for your blood pressure to adjust, so listen to your body and heartless. Elbows squeeze. Breathe in. Exhale, the hands come together, step, walk, or jump the feet together, grab a sip. Good job. We'll take a vinyasa, which can be with that push-up or without it. Choose what you need. So with the inhale, you'll go up, you'll go into a slight back bend, bring your hands down. Now you might do a push-up chaturanga with me, or just meet me in the down dog. So inhale, exhale, down dog. Hold. Left foot pushes the right heel down. 5. And then right foot pushes the left heel down. Both heels press. Shift that weight forward, go to your forearms and hold a plank. If you need a modification, you can go to your knees. Otherwise, hold your plank. 10. Hold a side plank. 10. And hold the other side plank. 10. Back to the forearm plank, hold 10. And a downward dog. Press the heels. And then walk the feet back up, or step or jump, and then go all the way up. Let your blood pressure adjust. Breathe in. Hands at the heart. Grab a sip. Really good job. We'll add on a tree pose here. Lift and spread your toes a few times. And if you're able, you would like to see the color of your mat between the toes. You want to be able to spread out all the toes, especially the big toe to second and the pinky toe to fourth. All right, leave the left foot down. Put up a tree pose here. Let's do a cow face position as an option, but if you want to just go straight up or hands at your heart, that is just fine. There you go. 8, 9, 10, 11. Try to get that top elbow up. So as opposed to out here, see if it'll go up. There you go. Just see. Breathe in. Now, as you're ready, your hands can go at your heart, and this is that Samasthiti, right foot down, everything's in a line. Lift and spread your toes again. Take that other foot up. Pelvis neutral. Elbow high if you can. So if you feel it's out here, try to get it up if you can. You can also just lift the arms or put them in the hands at the prayer pose. Jawline parallel to the floor. It'll almost feel like you're withdrawing your head, so the back of your head is against an imaginary wall that your shoulders are against. Yep, open that knee. There's an active opening in the hip of the higher leg. Looks so good. 10, 2. Some days are just harder than others. And try 5 more. 4, but that's why we plug away at it, right? 4, 3, good shoulders, Betty, that looks more open. 2, now the hands can come to the heart. Exhale, good. We'll grab a sip, good job. Then add on. Go up with your inhale. And this time, Utkatasana is like you're sitting in a chair. Your heels are heavy. Hold 5, 4, 3. Good. I like a little trick where if you touch your fingers as just sort of a landmark. Yeah. And then your hands come to the floor. Go back. Now, if you need to meet me in down dog, you can. But if you want that extra bend and then a lift, add a down dog and hold. Now, the left knee is going to gently come down. The right toes are going to go back and open. So lift, heart, hip, stretch. So how far can you get from your top hands to your bottom foot, the stretched out legs foot? Add on more back bend. Come through hand and knee position just for a moment. Left foot back, left arm up. Lift your heart. Come to a hand and knee position. Lift your right foot to the sky. Left hand goes to the ankle or foot and lift. Keep pushing. Lower that hand and knee, and your other hand and foot go up, up, up. Keep lifting, keep opening. Good. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Breathing through your nose. And then lower. Now you can do a child's pose or a down dog, whatever you need. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then meet me in down dog if you were in child's pose. And then you're gonna come into a plank. Now you can do this on your side. You can do it like we did before, or you can do it on your forearm, or you can take Mudrasana with your top foot going back in your hand. Find the variation that you need today. 10, 2, heart lift, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you're going to pass through. Maybe you'll do a forearm side plank, or maybe you'll do a modification you need. Otherwise, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and go to down dog. Press your heels towards the floor. Add on forearms. This is dolphin. Hold. Keep pressing your hips back. Add on the left foot pushing the right heel down. Place that foot down and switch it up, right foot to left heel. Both heels down. And then press up, down dog. Come up to your hands, halfway position. Go all the way up. Now, if your blood pressure needs more time, take it. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Grab a sip. Nice job. Really good. Going to open up to a 5-pointed star. Pivot the arms out, right toes towards the right wall. Reach out. Your triangle. Utthita Trikonasana. Good. Pretend that your whole body is up against a wall. Good. Find an arm position that works for you. Yeah. Now you're going to push strongly with the feet and let the core help you up till you're in a 5-pointed star. This is a momentary blood pressure pause. Pivot your other foot towards the left foot, towards the left wall. Reach out. Yes, and then come down. Yep. Your top glute cheek, you want to pretend it's up against a wall. Not leaning forward if you can. Find the arm position you need. Add that breath. Take that inhale and then push your feet strongly into the floor. Good. Pivot the toes. Bring your hands at the heart and then let the Samasthiti. Hold here. Really good. Yep. Right foot forward, left foot back. So check your hips, they're level. You can take a few circles with your arms if you'd like, or you can interlace. You can find a way to help your shoulders stay back. So it could be different for everyone. Maybe it's a namaste, reverse, so open the shoulders even though you're going forward. You don't want the shoulders to collapse forward. Your gaze will change. Isn't it wonderful how your ankle and your knee and your hip find little contractions to help you balance even in a different position? You can let your hands down if you'd like and gently lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you're going to push yourself back up and add on a lift. Lower your heels, hands to the heart, step up, Samasthiti, other foot back. Now you can take a few circles here. If I take the circles, I like to cross one arm in front and then the other, so they're getting equal turns. Find a release that feels good for you. Hinge forward. Make sure you're not crimping your toes. 'You can let down your hands if you want. Five, 4, 3, 2. Push yourself back up and beyond. Inhale. And lift up both heels. Lift up through the arms as high as you can, as tall as you can. Inhale. Lower the heels with care. Hands come to your heart. Both feet come together. Samasthiti. Grab a sip. Good job. Great job. So you're balancing in all different planes. You're challenging the vestibular system, nervous system, and circulation, lymph. There's all sorts of good things that are happening. So take a moment. We're going to take a vinyasa. Breathe in, lift up through your spine, even to a back bend. You're going to pass the Utkatasana, although in this one, if you'd like to add a rotation in your torso, add 5, 4, drop the glutes a little bit. 4, drop the, yes, 3, 2. Now to the other side, keep the glutes low. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands at the heart, face forward, then hands down, feet back. You can meet me in down dog if you need to, or take a chaturanga, up dog, down dog. 5, 4, 3, 2. Step or jump up to the hands. Let your glutes down and hold on to a V, Navasana, or a long V. Hold. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lower. Your fingers are going to go to your big toes. Then lift up your heels again. Mine are off the ground if you can't see. And then you can Upavista Konasana. Open up. Shoulders down the back. 10, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6. Yep. 7, 8, 9. Inhale. And then exhale. Lower the feet. Make sure the space behind you is safe to come down. Now feet are on the floor and you're going to curl up 5 times. Think spinal mobility, just like we did with the cat-cow. Spinal mobility. Spinal mobility. Your yang is your spine. So we're giving each part of our spine health. Now stay up and hold. Now the hips are level here. Feel the decompression in the lumbar spine. lower down. Now you may choose to do that pose again, or if you would like to join me for a yogic bicycle for 40 reps, you could just do the legs, you could do the upper body, 40 reps, or you could do bridge. So if there's osteoporosis, the spinal flexion here is what's usually contraindicated. So you can keep the head down, you can do bridge. And if you're doing the yogic bicycle, you could pull the toes back here and stretch out the toes so there's space between them. Take 10 more. And then let your feet down and the curling of the lumbar spine up. If you would like to add on, interlace your fingers and open up those hip flexors. And release your shoulders and roll down. You want to feel even in your pelvis. And Utthita Padangusthasana is holding on to big toe pose. So you could hold your leg up, that might be all you do. You could extend your left leg, that may be all you do. You can lift up and one hand on your thigh. So again, this is a spinal flexion. So if you've got osteoporosis, then you might do the head down variation, just the hamstring or a bridge. Another move that's always good is plank, which works the abs, but in a neutral spine. And lower. All right, if you're doing the other side, one leg could be in a hamstring stretch. One leg could be hovering. You might hold onto your toes. You might reach your arm down. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your feet down. Now go into a bridge, Setu Bandhasana, but your arms could be like a field goal post, palms facing up, in other words, and hold. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out your nose. Hands beside your hips, leave the hips in the air, and as an add-on, if you can take a single leg bridge, hold, try to keep your pelvis level. That's a good way to assess and strengthen the glute medius, which is critical for back pain prevention. All right, lower that foot, make sure your hips are level, and then do the other leg. Breathe in. Let that foot down. Lower your spine. Happy baby. Hands to the feet and hold. You can even open up the toes here if you had any trouble earlier. 5. Hands behind your thighs. Rock up. Grab a sip here if you'd like. It's probably handier before we stand up. Cheers. And I'll show you what you can do if you want, or you can just get here any way you want. So one thing you can do is cross your ankles, step, and jump back. All right, that's the move. You can bend the elbows up dog, lift the hips at a push-up down dog, hold 5, 4, see if the calves are a little more stretched out, 3, 2, step, jump, or walk up to your hands, halfway up, go all the way up, into back bend, and then a samastitihi. Really nice job. So this is a quadricep stretch. Will turn into a dancer. So I'm going to leave one hand forward, palm up. One arm spirals around so we get that shoulder opener again, that bone, that ball and socket joint wants. Hold. Your right knee might go more underneath you, Betty. Yeah. And then if those of you that do want to add on, you can push your foot into your hand and open up the knee more behind you. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, do what you need. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now gracefully come back, hands at your heart. Take a moment. Usually the whole side of my body feels more open now. Now one hand forward, go up and behind because you want that ball and socket joint to get the movement it was intended to have. Unless you're having some impingement or pinching when you reach back. Shoulder blade down the back, thighs in line. Now stand tall. Your upper back is against a wall. There you go. Yeah, stand tall. That's it. All right, so you're going to be adding on to this. Push your foot into your hand. This is a thoracic extension. This is like swan. So your upper back should feel like it's a banana or curved in the correct way, extended. Keep that knee behind you if you can. Good. Now you might have to chin tuck because it's an extension here and we're going further. 10. I want you to energize your standing leg knee. Lengthen it. Yes, there you go. Awesome. Yep, breathe in. Gracefully, gracefully come back. Take a moment. Good. All right, we're going to inhale up, pass through Utkatasana. Now your glutes are low. Let your glutes go low. 5, 4, good. 3. And those of you that want, you can add on, but make sure that's healthy for your knees. You're in a closed squat. Yeah, doesn't that feel so good on the back? Take an inhale. Otherwise, go back to hands, feet back. Bend the elbows. Inhale. Exhale. Down dog. Good. Now this left foot's going to come up and go behind you. So just open up the hip. You can move your ankle if you want. Just hold 10. Lift that left knee, open the hip, drop through the right heel, and then lower. Take the right foot up and take it behind you. The knee lifts, the hands push, the left heel drops. You can move your ankle. Yep, you're just staying up, opening your hip, push back, drop your chin a little bit. Relax your chin a little bit, Shireen. I think that'll help. It'll open up your hip if your head's not kind of looking up at your hands. Right heel down. Now, this is the frog pose. Lower your shins. And I'm going to get to the forearms just to show. I'm showing you from this side so you can see that I'm walking the knees out. And I'm in line, hips in line with the knee. I'm not pushing back. I'm not pushing forward. From here, though, you might individualize this. If you don't feel it, try walking the knees out further. Maybe your toes are generally towards each other for a good stretch. If you go back and you feel more, then do it. Everyone's different. Or maybe you'll tilt your tailbone under or up. If you do not feel your inner thighs, just look up at me and I'll give you some cues. Everybody good? Okay. Everyone looks like there's some pectineus stretching here. No one's looking up. And then those of you, you've already done it, but you could relax your head more now that you've got the stretch. You can get the head down so you don't have to work the neck. And 10, 2. Good. You should feel the inner thighs. And then slowly bring the shins together, pull the toes under, and stretch out your feet. Now keep your toes under if you can. If you have anything going on with your feet, then don't do this. I want you to, if you have like a metatarsalgia going on or something. But if you want to add more toe stretch, this is toe crushasana. I've got my toes curled under evenly, and I'm in a ustrasana where you can even lift the hips. So you've got this amazing hip flexor stretch. Your toes are getting stretched. Good. 5. So your goal is to stretch out the toes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then come back. Now, you're in hands and knees, and this is called thread the needle. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. So right arm going underneath. Walk, walk, walk like a caterpillar. And then keep going till your right shoulder's on the ground. Drop the right side of your head's on the ground, but it's not very heavy. Lift up your left arm. Upper back rotation, lower back decompression. This top arm might be able to hook behind your right inner thigh to open up that left shoulder more. Those of you that feel like you're rounded in the shoulders, this little add-on is a really good one for you. Every exhale might even open up your hips, your upper back more. Bring that arm up. Let that left hand give you a push-up. Now you're in all fours again. Your left hand, it's a caterpillar. You're walking it underneath. You keep on walking it, keep on walking it, keep on walking it, keep on walking it. Right arm up. And you're in thread the needle. Bend that elbow if you want. Hook your hand behind your left inner thigh. Bring your arm up. Let your hand give you a push-up. And then have a seat with your legs out in front of you and grab a sip. We're going to do the rack posture. So if you would like a sip, grab it. These are shoulder openers that we've been doing here. And upper back, because the scapula are on the upper back. So that's why it's together. That's why it affects the posture. So soft elbows, get them as close as you can without hurting your wrist. So you're going to lift your heart. Ooh. Oh, there you go. So your hands are closer, your arms are closer, your fingers are still pointing back. Lift up your heart. Soft elbows for most of us because it's easy to hyperextend here. 10. 5. Really good. Take an inhale and exhale. Let your abs pull you back. Now, you can sit however you want. I'm going to sit on my shins just to show you, and I'm going to move back. Let your hands be folded under, fingers towards the wall behind you. Good. And if you can, I've got longer arms, so I can reach here, but if you're like, I can't even reach, just sit normally and get your hands, but I didn't want my knees to block, so my hands are down. And Do you feel your forearms? You can lean back to get those forearms more. So I'm gonna go back to my knees so you can see. I have long arms so I can get by with it, but if you can't do this while you're seated, or you can just sit between your feet. Can you feel this part? So hold, 5, yeah. Long elbows if you can. Yep, did you feel that difference when you lengthened that right elbow? 3, 2, good. And you can actually do it the other way, so flat hands and lean forward. Now, do you see how the elbow wants to get out of it and it bends? So lengthen them if you can and then go straight. So I'm gonna get narrow here. Do you feel the, if you don't, just do the traditional one, but I do like to mix it up because people are different. I have one girl that can't feel the one sitting up, just holding. She has to do it this way. So I like to show different ways. 5, long elbows, 4, 3, that a girl, 2, good, and I can feel right around my thumb needs it. See what you feel. And then we're just gonna let that release. So if you have tight hands, or if you've been using your hands at work, you felt that, or whatever your hobbies are. Shooting guns and mountain biking, I definitely feel them. Pull down. All right, we're gonna go into a downward dog. Grab a sip if you need though. This is hip time, so like Karen, if you wanna do the ankle to thigh one, you can just meet us there because that's where I'm heading. Down dog, walk it out, kind of get some blood flow. Flatten your hands, that's good for the nervous system sensors on the hands. Drop the heels. Those of you that want to take pigeon, right leg up, just to inhale, exhale forward. Now you're in pigeon. If you do not want to take pigeon, you can lie on the back, put your right ankle on your left thigh. Good, looks so good. This is also a thoracic extension and the back hip flexors getting a stretch. Breathe in. And then exhale. If you would like to fold, you can. You can make your neck comfortable here. Rest. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you might come up here and you might hold on to that back foot, get a little stretch. Good. You might head 2 feet. Push. Curl those toes. Push yourself back. Downward dog, walk it out. Lift up the left leg. Take that left thigh forward and hold. The back leg's going further back if you can. The shoulders are down the back, the heart lifts. I like to gently move left and right to get some different fibers. Yep, heart lifts. Breathe in fully through your nose. Lower down. And then as you're ready, come up, and you might decide you want to hold on to that foot. 1, heel to booty, or 2, hands on that foot. And lift up your heart. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Downward dog, curl the toes, walk it out. Heels press. Step or jump to your hands. Make sure there's enough space behind you. Use your abs. Let's grab a sip before we go down. We're going to do a rotation. So rotations, you'll notice, feel exceptionally good towards the end of a practice. They're somehow both lightly energizing, invigorating, and relaxing. Now we're going to do an eagle twist as the offer. So your right thigh could cross once or twice if you can. Hook it around your toes. Take those knees left. Take the arm out right. And I like the left hand on that knee to kind of paperweight it down. Let it go. Melt. We'll take another inhale. Realign and let your left leg cross over your right thigh. Maybe your left toes will hook underneath your right ankle. Go to the right with your knees. Keep going. I'm going to have to move this microphone. And your right hand can rest on that knee. Your left arm can go out. Look left. You can close your eyes, of course. We'll take another inhale and exhale to come back and relax your thighs towards your belly. If you would like a prop underneath your sacrum for a hamstring stretch, you can do that as well. And I'm gonna grab mine. You don't need it if you don't have one, don't worry, but you can put your sacrum up and you can hold on to your Pilates rings work great. So you see that big psoas stretched. Go ahead and take it across if you'd like. Out if you'd like. I want you to have fun, do the angles you're craving. For me, I could use them all, so just notice what works for you. And we'll switch up the foot. When you're ready, the other leg will come down. You might have to adjust your block. Take it across. And out. Gently come up, and we're going to let the feet go long, or the legs go long over that block, and just take a moment, 5 breaths here. Glide your feet up, and we'll do one more legs up on the wall. You can keep your block. It helps decompress the lumbar spine. 5 breaths here, in the nose, out the nose. And release your spine and gently come to a seated position. You did great. Lift up and through your spine and take 5 breaths here and just let your mind be cleansed. We'll take a moment and just let the hands go to your heart. Notice how good it feels to let your brain have a rest. We get bombarded during the day, and it's so important for the brain to have a rest. That's where all the good ideas come from anyway. So take a moment to entrain with that sense of resting my brain when I need to, slowing down. There is much strength in stillness, so just slowing down when we need to, and how that refuels us for the rest of the day with so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. So